Welcome to episode 34 of our Nationalist China playthrough. So, reflecting on the overall state of our playthrough, I think it's fair to say that the Japan situation didn't go down as fast as I would have wanted it to do. We should have finished this in 1940 maybe. So now we have a big problem here, because we cannot focus on it. That's the biggest problem, I think. And this is mainly due to the fact that we conquered India, which isn't worth much. So we forced that upon ourselves. I think this should be part of an assessment of the overall playthrough, and I might have mentioned this a few times up until now. I'm not particularly happy with the way it worked. So in the usual me would probably throw all of this out and start it all out over again. But well, this is a save online, and people are watching it, at least a few. So at least I want to see this through. Until a point where I feel like this doesn't move anywhere. For now, we're going down into some sort of attritional combat, I think. And while this is okay, it's not exactly entertaining, if you want to put it that way. So, in Japan, I think there's a few spots here that are not particularly well guarded by opposition air force. So maybe, at least that's my intent, maybe we can do some strategic bombing over here. I think there's no aviation in here, if I remember that correctly. And there might be some down here, but well, we'll see if the tactical bombers gets hurt. Obviously, I would prefer strategic bombers, but what can you do? So there's that. The overall Manchukuo situation is not great from a defensive point of view, and we should stack some garrisons there. So let's put one in here. And we will probably need some HQs too. This cannot remain the way it is. I'm much less interested in this northern border, to be honest. But let's keep them where they are. Let's put this to Beiping for now. That's probably the wrong one. Here. We also have a lack of leaders at this point. Well, there are still some, but I'm not very convinced by them anymore. With the interceptor, I'm not so sure. It does seem like our, well, defensive forces intercepting opposing troops barely stand a chance. So maybe we can do some interceptors here in the southern areas of Korea. Let them move over here and let well, strengthen them overall. That will probably not do much. Did they arrive? They arrived, great. So we will name these after Busan instead. Here they are. Given that they might fight together with some sort of bomber air fleet, I think it's better to give this guy a second rank. Is it rank? Yeah. Whatever it's called. The rank. For him to be able to lead a fleet of 8. Oh, this is rebasing. Sure. So I basically want them to defend all of Korea. Maybe here too, why not? That seems okay to me. And I will try to put a fourth one in here. What else? Well, let's have a look through the remainder of the forces. I do not think we need to focus much down here. On anything really. Other than maybe strategic bombing. There's tactical bombers in here that barely do anything. And we have the logistical bombardment down here still going strong. So, from my point of view, we have logistical problems in India, as far as I'm aware. Given that these eat up some supplies, let's put them back here. I don't know what we'll do with them just yet. But let's rebase them to Shanghai. There should be some logistical bombardment going on here. Yeah, exactly. These interceptors, I'm not sure what they do. Yeah, they're more or less here to intercept whatever's available. Also along the coastline, that's fine. In case we want to get into a fight with an aircraft carrier or something. These naval bombers are okay. They do some convoy raiding. These multi-rolls are okay, also intercepting. I think they do intercept. Well, they did overcept in an area, I think, but let's try to focus them on Indochina. And maybe this area. Not so much out in the ocean. Alright. In other news, not much. The infrastructure is probably more important than the bombers, given our recent experiences with the lack of supplies here. That said, we have some right now. So let's use them. Yeah. In particular, close air support, or is this multi-roles? No, this might also be a carrier air group. I don't know. But forces like these need to be intercepted. Let's see what happens. Okay. Well, obviously we will lose this one. Given the amount of enemy aircraft. So maybe we should start to have a look at other interceptors too. These two, I think they serve a purpose. The ones in Busan we just had a look at. Those in Hanoi. Not sure if they do much. These here, I think these are here to save us from strategic bombing. That said, strategic bombing has been going on here, and it will have a hard time going on over Indochina at this point. We can keep them here for now. In Fitburi, there's interceptors too. They do see some fighting from time to time. Naval bombers are all fine. Those tactical bomber fleet apparently didn't encounter any opposition air force. What's this? They just need to be renamed. So we will rename them Kunming Interceptors. As you can see, this is more or less static play right now. I feel like this is just part of what happens in Hearts of Iron from time to time. Or in any grand strategy game, really. You realize at some point, okay, I want to do this differently. Or this is not good enough, or something like this. So you're starting to improve things, bit by tiny bit. I also feel like this situation is not good enough. Let me show you something. The revolt risk map mode. As you can see, we stand a good chance of having a problem again over here. So sooner or later, we will need to come up with some sort of militia distribution. These forces, for example, they are not really needed. They are needed, though, to cover for the eventual occurrence of another militia, another partisan revolt. If you want to put it that way. That sounds like partisans revolt, I don't know, our partisans revolt or something. No, I'm strictly talking about enemy partisan activity. Turning up somewhere, in particular here, but there we might maybe save this with the garrisons, or I don't know. But we need forces all over India to keep India occupied. And we don't have them right now. They're not here. So, from my perspective, this cannot stand. All of this revolt risk needs to go. Preferably by, well, annexing some territories and then releasing puppets. That said, we will not go through here anytime soon against the Americans, even though they are entirely out of supplies. I do not see this coming. So we will make the minor improvements here and try to pull some units back that are not strictly needed anymore. Going on here. Could you please move forward a little bit? Where are these? This is basically the front line against the southern part. They do not have any supplies anyway. So they do. We'll probably keep them in the back and withdraw them at some point. I also want to get rid of this island, but I feel like we have a problem there. They can repair 60. So we have a decision to make. Either we go down towards Indochina and battle the Brits, or we stay up here and battle the Japanese. And I don't really think there's a great answer to this. That said, we sink a lot of convoys down here. And the United Kingdom is... well, the national unity is not great for a faction leader. So, 46%. Assuming we can have some successes in this war of the attrition, maybe it's the better idea to focus on the United Kingdom's national unity instead. These tactical bombers do not serve any purpose either, do they? It doesn't seem like it. There's probably interceptors here. And as far as I'm aware, they did get hit back by these a lot. Can we just do additional logistical bombardment here? Just to find out what happens. Well, there's supplies in this sector, so this cannot stand. Obviously. They do get hit by air defense or something. Or is it just attrition? I don't know. They did get hit pretty hard. Underground resistance helped it. This is here. Why do we know that there is an underground resistance unit there? Does it show as revolt risk? Yes, it does. Well, in that case... maybe I just realized a feature that I wasn't aware of and I've been playing this game for 10 years. Well, that would imply that there's also some underground resistance down here. Which would mean we need those units down here. The cavalry is probably the easiest way to reconquer all of this anyway. Okay. These are doing their job. And apparently they're hitting stuff. So I'm okay with that. Let's attach them to an HQ immediately. I don't think there's any reasonable leaders left for any of this. For offensive operations, yes. Garrison's fine. This would also imply that there's there's some sort of impending impending militia spawn. Well, in a way it is. Impending partisan spawn down here. We can suppress this with police units, maybe? Where's the suppression? Here, 3 points. So, assuming this is true, we would need, I don't know, police cavalry or something. Okay. The industrial capacity in Goldmont got completed. Fire control system is done. That's fine. What's this? An interceptor. Yet another one. Let's put it to Busan too. They have a hard time there anyway. A very hard time, actually. Ouch. Alright. Let's separate a few of these, because there's a positioning penalty here and I don't like that. Let's separate the newer ones, I think. This is one of the older ones. Yeah. I'm just trying to come up with a reasoning why we should leave unit XYZ at home. So, these here, they can probably be a newer navy. Proved security units, we don't have any right now. We did do the research on them though. Let's leave it like this for now, until we'll build some. I'm not very happy with the officer ratio. And we probably don't need friggin' 10 points of espionage. So let's put some of it in officers anyway. We need that maxed at all times. Let's also have a look at our neighbors and trade agreements again. I think we bought supplies of some of them. They are unwilling to, and they are okay. Let's have a look at the remainder of the excess. Okay, there's nothing to be had here. Indochina, I don't think we tried to trade with Indochina yet. Well, this is great. Sure, you can have our energy. Why not? Not like we need it ourselves. Nepalese are still unwilling to trade with us. How about Xinjiang? And I think I tried Tibet right now. Yeah. Still unwilling to. That said, we will supply them with energy, which will result in additional industrial capacity for them. Or, in the end, we will get it back, because we're talking to our puppets anyway. You could probably get in there, can't you? Yeah. There's an alternative, I guess, occupation for one of our tactical bombers. We could put them over here and try to bomb everything here. That said, I feel like this will probably result in a shortage of supplies again. So I'd rather not. This might have been some sort of message that should not be there. I'm not sure. Sometimes you get messages for destruction of some sort of resistance cell. So maybe this has to do with intel or something. I'm really not aware. If you know, by the way, let me know down in the comments or wherever. Drop me a message. I guess the comments are fine. Also, in case you stuck around until now, there's this YouTube stuff, you know, subscribe, like, whatever, if you feel this is suited. Apparently it seems to help the algorithm and, well, subscription is needed for monetization and you know how it works. Apparently we destroyed a cell here in indoor. This is good. So maybe I should have focused on all of that a long time ago. Similar here. Are you still doing your bombing stuff? Barely. There's enough supplies here though. And this is much less of a positioning penalty. I'm okay with this, I think. So now that this happened, let's do some convoy raiding, won't we? And we might meet the Americans, we might meet somebody else. But one thing's for sure, we have air support. Well, I would prefer if the naval bombers were not entirely wasted. They should do some convoy raiding. They don't though. But maybe we'll find some. And in particular the well-guarded ones. You might stand a chance against them here. Because this fleet is pretty capable of sinking more or less most of it. This was a land doctrine, tactical command structure, and we're fine with this. I also want to start something here. Let's have a look at the allies. United States are already on disrupt national unity, and we will do the same to the others. Because I don't feel like we need their we don't need their technologies anymore. There's no counter-espionage whatsoever, so we might want to drop them out of the equation. And this will take a long time, and it's attritional warfare more or less, but I still think we should do it. This is a government in exile, if I'm not mistaken. New Zealand, well... Again, it feels like I could have done this a while ago. And I'm not entirely sure what happens if they drop out of it. I'm quite sure that Greece is a government in exile. Nothing will happen to Iraq. Well, let's see. Was one of them sunk by the fleet now? Doesn't look like it. Still, they should stand a chance to sink something here. And in particular, the British, I think, have a lot of old ships too. They have a big fleet at the start of the game, so we should be able to find something to hunt down here. This is utter rubbish. Why don't they get supplied? Oh, maybe we have too many air units down here. So let's relocate some of the tactical bombers. Put them somewhere where they are in supply. I guess over here. And then they can help with the strategic bombing, maybe do some logistical bombing or something. There's enough strategic bombing to be done here. Seems like we have some resources to destroy. So why not? We might even aggregate these units into, well, merge them is the better way to phrase it, into one. That's all good. We didn't encounter another revolt down here yet. Oh, yeah, see, this one got destroyed, the resistance group, so we actually need to suppress all of this. Huh. An entirely new path of gameplay for me. Are they fast? No, they are at 4. So... military police together with militia, maybe? Which means we could use existing units, right? So we can just build military police and queue them and use them together with militia in India. They should be built pretty fast though. Yeah, and same for the garrisons, really. I never thought about that way. Probably should have read the instructions at some point. Mechanical computing machine got increased. So that's fine. Oh yeah, now we've redistributed 2 core. But that's not much of a problem. We can just redeploy them over here. Well, this doesn't help anyone, does it? Nice skill level. Should be a general at this point, somewhere. I know it's a bit slow at that pace. A bit really slow. But it feels like it's well under control right now. And that's good. Do we want to try the mainland? There's very important resources in here. So we might as well try the strategic bombing in there too. Given that the other ones are still busy up here. There's oil in here. That needs to go. And they seem to be very busy bombing industry as well as energy, so why not? They didn't find anything yet. Progression and port strike tactics. That's in here. Yeah, we can have some more of that. This garrison doesn't serve much purpose. Not sure if we'll get there in time. Well, in that case it should go up here, right? And these two can probably move forward too. This unit cannot yet. Due to Multan. Ah, there's some suppression going on here. Okay. I see where this is going. So... yeah, this is all suppressed. It isn't here though. So we need to bring additional suppression along everywhere to suppress the revolt risk and keep it at 0 basically. At least that's the way I understand it right now. You can probably see that it's been a while that I dealt with this kind of stuff. Yeah, okay. That's probably still enough. So, seen from Pitt's perspective, there should be a militia here and there should be a militia here. These garrisons are okay, same as this. This is fine too. We could use these to get rid of the revolt risk over here, maybe. What? Oh. Well, one of them is enough, isn't it? The decryption machine and some sort of radar. There we go. That's done. Okay, maybe that helps. There's also some revolt risk over here. Interesting. That forces into not defending the harbor pretty well. Let's take the Taiwanese garrison and put it over here. Hopefully we will not encounter any Japanese fleets. Doesn't look like it. Did you hit anything just yet? Apparently not. Oh, there we go. Speaking of the devil. Alright, so this is an aircraft carrier. This seems to be a heavy cruiser. This might be a light cruiser, I'm not sure. Forget about everything else. The interceptors are busy, the naval bombers aren't. Could you come over here? Do some naval strikes, please. Immediately. You will probably not do it. Alright. There's some bombing going on too. But this is poor screen penalty, yes. Who has the lack of supplies? That's what I'm asking right now. Please don't. So it must be one of ours. Yeah. Apparently one of our units has a lack of supplies. Well, that screener is fucked. At least it should be. We're hitting the aircraft carrier now. Whatever age that one has. Ouch. This is a battleship, it seems. That just got engaged too. Well, okay, they lost one ship. We didn't lose anything, so... Let's move them back here. Let's give these some time to rest. Let these return. Is there a bunch of tactical bombers somewhere? Without any job? No, they have one. So do they. What do you want? Sure, Ireland, you can have our energy. Why not? That's good though. We sank a ship. With our own fleet. That rarely happens to us. So I'm okay with that. Oh, there's another battle? No, this was an air battle. Okay. I was shocked for a second. We'll have 2 additional tactical bombers pretty soon. I'm not sure where we put them. What are you doing? Oh. They didn't get intercepted at all? With Akita? Well, in that case... 62% net. We dropped them by 2%? Really? That's a lot actually for 1.5 months. Yeah, seems like you do it that way. No complaints? Are there any resources anywhere else here? Doesn't look like it. I guess the next one are down to the south. That might see us encounter some bombers though. Yes, not some bombers, some fighters. Well, there's nothing to destroy in here anymore. So it will not hurt them much. From that perspective... let's risk it. Let's give them some additional strategic bombing targets. They will probably be scrambled immediately. We'll find out soon enough. This can go. Not yet. Still going strong in there, destroying anti-aircraft guns. Not yet. Well, in that case, let's do it to the other ones too, and then they can choose the most valuable targets. $62 now. That will not matter much. We also recaptured a victory point, it seems. Okay. So, this isn't bad, is it? This all will take forever. Due to the pace of the game as well as been my fault. Aero engine is done, spotting is done. Aero engine is in here with the fighters, I think. And spotting should be here. Great. That tactical bomber should probably be merged with one of those in here. So let's put them into Saigon tactical bombers. Why not? If I can find them. There it is. Oh. Seems like they got intercepted though. Well, not bad. They will finish the bombing by themselves if they get intercepted. This is the wrong nation. I'm wondering about the... Oh. I'm wondering about the British. 45.9. Not sure if that declined any further. Their overall revolt risk didn't decrease yet. Sure, why not? Do we have enough production capacity for some of the other stuff now? Currently we do. Easy. Very easy. There's so many places here that need to be covered in naval bombers. Just interrupting supplies, in particular the coast towards Greece too, because apparently we have a problem there. Well, Bulgaria has, more or less. But also, the war against the Russian... Well, sorry, it's the Soviet Union, it's not the Russians. These days I can hardly tell. I mean, aggressive nations to the east. To be fair, it was the Germans that aggressed this time in this game. So I guess the Germans are to blame. At least in World War II, that's for sure. The airbase in here should be enough to repair all of these. It just takes forever, I think. Okay. Got 0% last day. They got 0% last day. I can't seem to understand what's going on here. These are all entirely out of supply, these two. So I guess we cannot. They received 48%. Is this a thing? Are they just unable to supply them here? I don't know, probably not on the island. Put them here, that should be well supplied. These are not needed here. Submarine crew training, which just trained us for the unrestricted submarine warfare, which might also influence the battle cruisers. And all of a sudden everybody's in supply. Yeah, okay. So this is my bad. I did put too many units down here. I probably learned it from the AI. Come to think of it. There was some sort of battle, I missed it though. %61.5%. And looking at this, there is still a supply bottleneck in Indochina. Even though we did do some infrastructure development, we are trying to come up with better infrastructure over here though. Passing through our own territories at this point. This seems good. We can probably do it like this. Fantastic. Yeah, another layer of faster research. Oh. Well, that's not much of a problem. We would just increase officer recruitment. We need more of these anyway. Another garrison. There seems to be a bit of suppression going on here. Yeah. So we need militia with police, basically. And we need to put them all over the place. Are you done conquering territory? Great. Come here. $219 industrial capacity. We didn't get bombed, it seems. They're out of supply again. Seriously. They got 11% yesterday. So we cannot supply them here? Is this what's happening? We need to supply them up here somewhere or what? Right. Let them move. I'm also quite confused by the fact that the menus don't show this. Now it shows. But this is already related to Guangzhou. I don't. We also need additional spies and not that many diplomacy points. Trade interdiction, where is this? Yeah, we can still research this. Convoy rating is very important. I don't know. If they are entirely out of supplies, this will not go well. No, they are still organized. And we lost basically 100 men, which got replaced immediately. Great. Oh no. They got hit by something. They didn't. These are too old. Yeah. We put some tactical bombers in there, which are too old. It's just fantastic. Alright. So we need the level 4 ones. And we need to separate the level 3 ones. Which are newer, I guess, in their own way. Some tactical bombers. What would we call these? Oh. We could put them in here, but that doesn't serve a purpose. Well, it does, actually. It keeps them out of reach of the Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. Not a garrison. That should fill the rank of that particular corps. Right. Radar stations coming up. Battle cruisers coming up. Destroyers coming up. Some leftovers and infrastructure coming up. This infrastructure will take a while. First military police might come up at some point. And apparently horses can swim. At least in some cases. You guys can probably move at this point. Same as you. Forward, maggots. What? Okay, we did just intercept them over there. I guess one can do that, yes. Why though? Kinda like these pop-ups, I should have enabled them earlier. It does enable us with additional, enable us to have additional radar coverage, still out of supply. They barely got any in between. We need those strategic bombers. And apparently they require double the amount daily. I'm not sure. They might be supplied from Saigon or something. Shouldn't be the case, but what do I know? These horses are pretty fast. Probably because they are on cars or something. In that case, forward. It's probably also because I increased the game speed to level 2. Okay. How's the fleet doing? That's what I call repairs. Much better. Still out of supplies a little bit, but much better. Speaking of supplies, we are producing our own, yes. I do not like that. Can we buy some of our neighbors? Preferably those that have no money. So, I don't know, Indochina? Honestly, that's fantastic. You are willing to give us the money and then we will get the money back later on? Turkey, maybe. I doubt it. Yeah. Well, I was right about that. But now we will buy their supplies too. Sure, we will lose money. Who cares? These tags can do some strategic bombing again. This time being a fleet of 4, that should be a bit faster. It also does a harbor here, and it has ships in it for some reason. So that cannot stand. Let's hit some ships. They might be absolutely unimportant, but I want to do this. They are really absolutely unimportant. And we didn't hit them. Not much. Do we need naval bombers to hit ships in the port? How does it work? Or just plain old luck? Let's leave it as it is for now. Will we retake India today? That would be fantastic. Japanese forces that want to go straight. Why not? Well, we don't do shit. The ship in there. So forget about that concept. We'll do strategic bombing again. Way more important. Oh, they're sitting at 60.4 now. I don't know what happened. Military police, which is great. We can actually attach this to the HQ, can't we? Yeah. For example, to the Alma Ata Militia Corps. If I can find it. There it is. Now there should be some additional suppression in here. It is. Not that it matters much, because there's a minimum in here. Yeah, sure, we're done here. But we can move them forward. Maybe the additional suppression results in, I don't know, resolving the revolt risk issue here. Not sure. This is how it works. There's suppression, but there's no reason to be suppressed. So I guess we move them around the territory to get rid of the partisans? Is this how it works? This is an entirely more or less new part of gameplay to me. I just can't seem to remember. It probably works that way. Or somewhat like this. We also have these tactical bombers in here. Wanna try something there? Yeah, they are in range. Exactly in range. We do some bombing once. And we will probably be intercepted immediately. No, they will attack instead. But they hurt us. There seems to be a lack of supplies though. And for some reason that's to do in continuous bombing. Well, it might not count as being continuous. Come to think of it. Maybe continuous is just once they got rid of all of their organization. And they didn't yet. Also, there's some counter-bombing in Attrition now. That should be intercepted. Ouch. Okay, but their interceptors are absolutely trashed. So, what does this mean? Oh. Don't tell me. We'll try. Yeah, okay, I got that. Don't tell me we can do something like this. Oh. Oh. it seems there's an underground resistance completed here. Alright. I see where this is going now. So we will use these, put them over here. We will use these, put them down here. And that should at least avoid the spawn. What are you guys doing? Have fun getting bombed instead. And it just looks like there might be some effect of the strategic bombing now. Well, I should have realized that earlier. 60.1 now. And sinking. So obviously, this is a war of attrition at this point. Of attrition of national unity, that is. 45.4. Would you guys be willing to go back to bomb convoys now? On both sides, actually. Oh. It's this. And given that there's no reason to run a ship here, we do some convoy raiding here and maybe here again. And that's about it. They will probably hit something now. As I said, the prophecy was true. We have some naval bombers over here that do not do much. We might give them a job too. Like some additional convoy raiding maybe. This doesn't matter. We should focus on the port provinces probably. So these, maybe here, and maybe here in between. Given that there's no interceptors anymore. Fantastic! Now we can sink all of the ships of the Japanese. Look at that pretty. The next 5 episodes will be Attrition Warfare. We will name them Attrition Warfare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's not stupid as long as it works, right? So I brought myself into this situation, so at least I should find a way out. Friggin' fantastic. Music to my ears. An additional interceptor, where do we put it? Why not? Oh, yeah. So you guys can remain there. I don't want a garrison to move. You though? Move. That should resolve the Indian situation until we have additional revolts, which might take some time. Radar station on level 7. There's some intel here. That might be due to aviation, it might be due to radar. Not entirely sure. Doesn't matter much though, does it? We do strategic bombing. We do strategic bombing down here. There's none in Nagasaki yet. I don't know if they'll switch by themselves. They should. At least these do. Well, they will at some point. So, are there any tactical bombers without a job? Radar station in Goldmund, yeah, that will be really important right now. They are busy. Tactical bombers down here still do their... well, they should still do their logistical stuff job. I'm not entirely sure if it's needed there. These two strategic bombing. These two strategic bombing. Oh. If we get additional tactical bombers, which we don't, we could use them for it. Well, or strategic bombers would be even better. We could use them for strategic bombing. You know, as you do. So maybe let's try to research strategic bombers. Oh, this is part of research too. Oh yeah. So we are way out of technologies to research at this point. We really don't need any of this. We could try to advance into the future territory. I guess in particular in aviation. It'll still take us 200 days. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Okay. Okay. Stop attacking. I can't do much about this. What happens if we counter that with some random ass attack that doesn't serve a purpose? That's a good modifier, isn't it? Amphibious penalty 99%. Oh. Apparently they got hit by something. Same as these, by the way. Will that interceptor unit recover? %59%. And going down. That doesn't matter. And we do sink stuff down here. %45.2%. Okay. Goodbye. Oh, there's industrial capacity in here too, not only Nagasaki. So I guess we can bump that too, yes. I'm okay with that. Or Sasebo, really. Jet engine research just got done. We have free industrial capacity? What? What's going on? I guess we will find something to do with it. I will figure that out next time. It might just be an infrastructure development project or something, given the problem with supplies that we have. On the other hand, maybe we need additional bombers. I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. You know how you do on YouTube. And otherwise, I will probably see you all in episode 35, should be. Which will probably contain additional attritional warfare. Just like today's episode. Yeah. So, see you. Thanks for watching and bye.